Hello everybody, welcome back to the cabin, welcome back to Commonwealth. Flipper had to turn the light on back there. Had to turn the heater off, unfortunately, because it's cold in here. But it doesn't make the audio sound very good, so I usually turn it off. So we've got, speaking of cold, a little topic that I've been hearing a lot about lately. I got 2 messages about it in the last week as well. And that is sourcing during the winter time, which for me is not really an issue because we buy so much during the good months of the year that we have plenty to sell throughout the whole winter time. However, you know, if you just got to satisfy that sourcing gene inside of you, then maybe we've got a few options for you today. Matter of fact, I got one of these from a viewer the other day, and I know there's a lot of folks out there who don't live in these cold climates. We're going to talk about that as well, and some other sourcing techniques that have just kind of come on the scene in the last month or so that I've been using, and I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe we'll talk about that one on a future episode. Also going to throw in a little bit of shipping talk today and a couple more topics, but let me tell you, we've been selling like crazy. For us, we've been selling like crazy. I think we have 25 things headed out of here today. We've been doing an extra video. We sold 24 things yesterday. 25 of them are going to head out today. I'm going to get one pushed out a little bit early. And I think we have basically the same amount tomorrow. So that's way better than we usually do. I remember the days where I was hoping for 10 sales a day. And you know what? The last few weeks have been absolutely terrific for us. And the sales are just flowing in for a few different reasons. And I love some of these sales. Let's go take a look. If you know me, you know I love to sell hats. And this one just got listed. Matter of fact, it sold before the video came out where we sold it. And I thought that it sold because it was on that video. That happens sometimes. But then I looked at it and it was before the video even came out. There it is right there. It's on top because we just listed. It's a youngin' hat, Virginia Cavaliers, made in, where was it? Costa Rica, I think. And I grabbed this one along with some other just awesome hats at a sale not too long ago for $1, and it sold for $23 plus shipping. And not all hats can go very quickly, and not a lot of them go for $23. Some of them go for hundreds of dollars. But the kind I find around here, usually if I can get $23 for a hat that I pay $1, I'm doing pretty good. Check this one out right here. This one originally $29.99. and it was on clearance for $14.99, and we bought it at a garage sale for like $3, and it sold for $80 or $90 plus shipping. I hear Wallen whimpering. I think it's too cold for you out there, isn't it, But one thing I've found that really works for us is we blow those things up, and you take a picture of them while they're blown up so people can see that it's working and everything is good to go. I tell you what, that adds 25% to the value of it almost every single time. Now we had 19 separate sales, I guess, but some of them were multiple orders, and this was one of them. This one went to a viewer. It might take me a minute to find it all. And this video will be coming out soon. We got this pillow right here, this vintage, I don't know how vintage that one is, to be honest with you. Flintstones pillow. I think it is vintage for sure. That's a nice one. So a little hand towel set. There's a few of them. A couple of them I put on dibdit.com. A couple I put on eBay. And a few things we're putting on Whatnot soon. And, you know, it's $15 and above. We'll put over here on eBay. And then we'll lock things up and put them over there on Whatnot. And then we'll also, on Dibdit, if I think it's really stinking cool and I love it, I put it over there. So, which is basically the oldest stuff, the 80s stuff. This is, you know, I know the Flintstones are old. They're much older than the 80s. But I think that my era is what I think is the coolest. And this came out a little later. This clock. Oh, hold on. So, Flintstones animated clock. A set of hand towels. The pillow, $77 and change plus shipping. And that one sold really quickly. Went to a viewer. A lot of times people follow our store, so a lot of the things that sell really quickly go to viewers. Nobody else gets a chance to look at them. Hi, Kevin. I love watching you. I have also learned a bunch. If you're ever in Chandler, Arizona, let me know. I'll tell you what. And I know, and somebody on Instagram messages me as well. Said next time we come out there, that you'd contact me. Well, contact me because I'm considering making a trip fairly soon out there. My grandmother lived in Chandler, my grandfather for a long time. My brother lives in Chandler, and I think we're going to go out and visit him for a little bit. So send me a message on Instagram. Maybe we can go to some garage sales together or something. I might need a car. Have lots of stuff to pick. Oh, here we go. I can come and pick and give you shipping give you shipping items if you list and sell your treasures while you're here. Oh, wow. Okay. Also, can you combine shipping for my 3 Flintstone purchases? Thank you so much, Christy. More stuff for me. More asterisk stuff asterisk for me. I like that name. I appreciate it. I appreciate the purchase. If you're on IG, send me a message and just tell me who you are. And maybe we can do something. Maybe. No promises. Speaking of sourcing in the wintertime, you could always just go to Arizona. I know that's not financially feasible for some folks, but when you can tie it to something you would do anyways, which is visiting my brother who I haven't seen in a while, you know, you might as well do some sourcing while you're out there. And that is a good place to source. I sourced this item right down the road. If I can find it. It is a Sony cassette recorder. There it is, right back there. Micro cassette recorder. I pick these up all the time. These go surprisingly well. Some of them can go for really good money. If you ever find one in a package, you can get around $100 for it. This one sold for $38 plus shipping. I probably paid a couple of bucks. So let's talk about winter sourcing for some folks. I actually heard somebody say the other day that they listed their, because sourcing slowed way down, their traditional sourcing, you know, garage sales and stuff like that. That's what they do most of the time. It slowed so much that they listed their whole death pile and stuff's been selling like crazy and they need some more stuff. And I'm like, well, that's a great problem to have. Most of us, I'd say 75% of us out there have a death pile that we should probably be going through instead of sourcing in the wintertime. However, it's different for different folks and depending on how you like to buy and source. But there's a few things. I've done videos about sourcing lost and founds during the winter, trying to make connections, trying to get private picks. Of course, there's always estate sales and thrift stores and stuff like that, but that's stuff everybody knows about. I think the one thing I heard the other day from a viewer that was really, really smart was that they turn their sourcing to online sources. And we've talked about this too before, you know, online auctions and stuff. And this particular person said, if you niche down, you will never have a problem with sourcing. And they source almost entirely using eBay and whatnot and other online places and finding bulk lots of things that they sell individually and getting great deals on them. So I did that the other day. Puppy's back already. What are you back for? I gave you a big old treat. And I'll talk about that here in a minute, but I really think that's true, and I'm not one to niche down, and I likely will never niche down. I say that, knock on wood. You never know, right? But I think that's true. If you niche down into a certain category and you know it really, really well, you can go out there on eBay and source in bulk for whatever that particular item is. Because I do it all the time. Take those Boy Scout patches the other day. I'm not going to go in there and pull out every Boy Scout patch and learn it all and sell them all off individually and all that stuff. It just wasn't really worth my time to do it. Somebody got a great deal on that. They'll sell them off individually and they'll probably make 4 times the money that they spent on it. So I want to hear from you online sourcers on there. You online arbitrage folks. Is this a viable option for a lot of people? Maybe you don't want to say it because you're protecting what you're doing right here, but I know there's a lot of people who source from me when I sell in bulk. Right? Wallen does not care. So give me a treat. Let me out of here. A lot of folks turn to retail arbitrage and clearance. All that clearance stuff at Christmas and stuff, they start sourcing those things. And I think that's a good option as well. I've heard a lot of people lately go to storage auctions. That seems like it's just coming back. I've heard creators say they're doing well doing that. I don't know. If that keeps trending, then it'll get bad again. That happens kind of the ups and downs of storage auctions. But local stuff, people who have to move in the wintertime, it's too cold to have a yard sale, you know, hit them up on Facebook and get their info and see if you can do bulk buyouts. There's all kinds of sourcing options out there. You guys put yours down below. Maybe it'll help some of these folks who need to do some wintertime sourcing. Speaking of helping some folks, I meant to do this last video, I forgot. So put hashtag give an eBay gift card for Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you want to put down there. And we'll give this away on the next episode. And it's a $25 gift card to eBay. Help all of us out and get new people to eBay and give away eBay gift cards this Christmas to those folks around you that you would typically give a gift card to, you know, restaurant, teachers, you know, whatever. And I think it'll help us out in the new year. Not a lot, of course, but hey, anytime we get new buyers over to eBay, it's going to help us out. I love selling stuff that's been around for a while, and these have been around for a while, but we slowly but surely sell them off. This rack used to be full. I wonder why these aren't selling right here. These, well, I can see why that's not selling. It's cold. I got to find a size large. That's an XL. It's a Petra shirt. I bought these at the 127 2 years ago. And we have slowly sold them, but they were 50 cents a piece, and I bought a ton of them, so they're multi-quantity. And so $14 plus shipping, like selling one shirt pays for everything, and I've sold, oh, I don't know, 30 maybe. So that one right there, sold $14 plus shipping. Now that one's not vintage, although it may be getting close at this point. I don't know when that last tour was, but a lot of, I don't know if I want to call them obscure, because Petra's not an obscure Christian band, but there's a lot of Christian bands out there that have kind of interesting followings. And some of that stuff is worth good money. Like, I've even sold lots of records of Christian rock that do okay. So, you know, keep your eye out. You might find some gems. If you actually find this particular band in true vintage, they can go for big bucks. I could not figure out why this Muppet was taking so long to sell. My stuff's going to fall over. He's holding everybody up. And so I looked it up, and I was going to fix the listing, and I realized the listing wasn't a listing. So I looked back in my phone, and it was sitting there. I never listed the thing. This is Walter, and it's got issues. See the issues? Bought it for $1 out at Appomattox, Virginia yard sale of some resellers who were getting rid of a bunch of stuff. I'm like, hey, cool. You make those contacts. I had that guy's number. Maybe I should call him this winter. But Walter, this one could go for 40 bucks easy, but it's got these issues. So it went for $21 and change. I don't know what exactly. $21.80 for Walter plus shipping. Hey, y'all, I don't do this often, but these two are two terrific guys over there, Caleb and Chris. And they did a live the other day, and I just realized they're at 853 subs. I would love to get these two nice gentlemen up to 900 folks. So if you like listening to podcasts while you work and you can't stomach that Trash to Cash podcast, you want to listen to two guys who can butcher the English language better than anybody I know, go over there and give them a sub. Speaking of butchering the English language, I sold 5 more Donald Trump Damn It dolls. And I think it's in this bin. Oh, don't get bent out of shape. It's just playing around. Huge sales right here. We sold 5 of these guys, $24 a piece. I think they're all gone now. 1, 2, when I mentioned them on the other video, a couple of bunch of viewers, 3, 4. Uh-oh, we're gonna have one more in there somewhere, because I think I sold 5. Hopefully I didn't miscount. Oh, there it is right there. Yep, I think that's the last one. 5 of these, $24 a piece. Right there. That is making all of our money back. We've already made our money back on it, to be honest with you. We're all in the profit. So, totally in the profit. 2 more bins back there, totally in the profit. And we kept all the singles for whatnot. Meaning we only listed the multi-quantities on eBay because the singles are only going for about 12 bucks, 13, 14 bucks maybe. These, fortunately, were going for the most, which is awesome. I think we had 9 of them, and they all sold. So, you know, that's close to $200 after fees and shipping and all that stuff. It's plus shipping on those. So that's pretty awesome to have all this essentially free merchandise and to already be in the profit. With the other ones we've sold, at least 100 bucks, well, more than that. Probably 200 bucks in the profit already. More plush selling today. I've been selling a few of these lately, and I'm gonna have to climb up this ladder because I keep some of these in the attic of my house because we bought so many last year on clearance. Speaking of wintertime sourcing, Walmart clearance around here is pretty poor, to be honest with you. But at Christmas, we tend to still do okay. I can't get this ladder to come out. Come on. Come on. Nobody wants to get on this ladder. They tell me to get a new one. I'm like, no way. This ladder is awesome. It was like $5. Try and buy a brand new ladder for $5. I think this is Jack right here. Yep, there's a couple more in there. And we're getting 40 bucks for these. And believe it or not, These will fit in a number 7 box. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to ship them in a number 7 box, because priority mail isn't always the best option. But I did want to say something about that. I heard somebody the other day on a show say that they never ship anything priority mail anymore. I'm like, really? We still do it. We don't do it nearly as much as we used to. But a lot of times, priority mail is right on. If you're shipping it to the next zone over or your own zone, it's right on as expensive or less expensive than shipping it ground advantage. So we always check, so I can ship it out in a number 7 box or the shoe box or in a number 4 box, whatever it is, and save the money on the box. So probably now more than ever, you're doing yourself a disservice if you're not checking your options on how to best ship something out. And so we've done that even on Pirate Ship a little bit with the cubic rate changes. Sometimes if I know it's going to save you just a little bit, you know, I'll even ship something priority mail in a box like that. If it's like 80, if it's $1 more, I'll ship it in a priority mail box like that, because I'm not having to spend money on the box, and the person gets it quicker as we get closer to Christmas. I'm heading inside here to get something that's sold, but I wanted to show you the chickens. And did you know that Havanese dogs are actually chicken herders? Did you know that? It's not a surprise, because this dog likes to herd these chickens for sure. There we go. So I went in. You can't see this one. Well, you can back there. Can y'all see it behind the tree back there? That's one of my favorites. I actually put it up in here. It's the worst seller we have of all these. We bought hundreds of these things. The one I thought would sell and haven't sold at all this year yet is they call it Surprise, the one where the kid figures out that Santa's his dad and he's pulling the stuff out of the little dresser drawer right there. But I just love the romanticism of Rockwell and the new romanticism, as you can see over there. Something about a dog and a little boy that I just love, and throwing the little girl there too. We're only getting $8 plus shipping for these, but we had so many of them. We're down to, I think, 18 left. Ship them in a, where is it now? I can't even find it. It's the record box. Ship them in the record box. I think it's down there. Did I run out of record boxes? I must have run out of them. I'll have to go get some more. They're up there in the little loft area. So ship them in a record box. We paid like a penny a piece, so we're making around $5 profit on that right there. Not really worth it, to be honest with you, but since there were so many, $5 at a time times, 40, yeah, maybe it's worth it. I just realized that 2 of those Trump dolls were to viewers. I knew it, but I forgot to read it. 2 of the 5. Hi, Kevin and family. I love watching your videos and have learned so much from you. I opened an eBay store, the Peach Pit, about a year and a half ago. Thanks for the Peach Pit. Reminds me of Beverly Hills 90210. Thanks for the inspiration. I hope you and your family have a Merry Christmas. Sending support from Georgia, David. David, thank you. Peach Pit Picker 30. I appreciate it. Headed your way. And the next one seems a little inappropriate, but it's funny, so I'm going to read it. This one is from Barry. Once this comes, I'm putting this in my bed, and I'm going to tell everyone I slept with Donald Trump. You wouldn't be the first one. Kevin, I hope you and your family have a great holiday season. Thank you. Flipping Daytona Beach. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Barry. We appreciate you very much. Maybe you're going to head down to, are you going to be at the Trash to Cash Orlando Bash? Would love to see you there. After having a week with very few viewer sales, you guys have absolutely overwhelmed us today. I think 7 viewer sales, and we're shipping out 25 things, but a couple are multiples to viewers as well. So I don't know the numbers, but it's a bunch. And I think, yeah, it's this one. I had 2 similar. This is either Murano or Murano-ish. It's either way, it's a cool ashtray, and I picked it up in Florida. I knew there wouldn't be a ton of money in it because they weren't just giving that stuff away down there, but I knew there'd be some profit in it. Let me get it off. There it is right there, a little ashtray, and that one is pretty cool. And it sold for $20 plus shipping. And it went out to Bruce, and Bruce says, thank you so much. Yes, this right, now I remember this. He says, I'll take one of the dog ornaments. So Bruce, I didn't see you purchase one of the dog ornaments over there. I told him if you did, let me know, send me a message. If you go to CommonwealthPicker.com and you buy one of those over there, I was going to ship them together, and I told you I'd give you $5 off and save you the shipping for the ornament. We'd put them both together, but I didn't see one over there. So unless I'm missing something, or if we've already shipped it, let me know and I'll send you that $5. So any rate. Oh, and we don't have another one. They also asked for this, as a lot of people have asked for the old ones. We only did 40 of these, 40 of these, and 40 of these. This year we did 100 of these, and so a lot of people are buying them. I think we're down to 12 left, and they're asking for these, but these are old ones that we really don't make anymore. Maybe we will sometime make a few extras for those who want to have all 4. But either way, we appreciate you, and that is headed your way. Let me see if there's anything else I got to read here. I love how you and your family are so giving to the community. Well, I appreciate that. And I can just tell you right now, and I've said it before, but every time this comes up, I'll say it. You know, the giving that we do is a direct result of how much is given to us. You guys are amazing, and this community is what gives. It's not really us. Some of you may have noticed that I'm a little OCD, so I had to replace all the missing spots up here with some new ones. Next one I had to grab my phone for, because this is a huge sale here, and it's all Family Guy, and it's all headed to one person. And now my ladder's in the way, so I'll have to put that one, well, I'll just move it out of the way for now. I only have one hand, and it might take me a minute. I'll probably put the camera down, but we sold 4 of these today. There we go, found all 4 of them. We're down to like 10 more things in here. We had made a bunch of money on the Family Guy stuff, and we're getting down to the bottom of the bin here, which is cool. Mort from Series 2, he's got his hemorrhoidal ointment cream. I'd show something else. Bertman, Series 6, Lois, and I don't see a series on that one, with the sword there, and Brian, doggy style. $100 plus shipping for those 4 right there. And this one was a viewer sale as well. So yeah, 25 sales, but 7 of those sales were to 2 people, and we're both viewers, and then like 4 or 5 other ones. You guys have just been amazing to us, so thank you for that. Hey, they're excited about getting these 4 items for my collection and glad to buy multiples from you. Any chance you can refund some of the shipping cost? Absolutely, since it shouldn't be $35 even with 4. You're absolutely right. Now, I will say this other one, the Flintstone one, because we do flat rate shipping, it's going to Chandler, Arizona, and that's a big item, that's a big item. And these aren't very big. It's still going to be a refund of some sort, but I bet this one will be a much bigger refund. I hope anyways. So thank you. Gordon, aka Shopvenience. I like that name. I love these names. One more Damn It doll for today. It's another, I think it's, yeah, it's a basketball one. Hold on. Actually, I left this out here because I knew there was another one. Now I'm hoping it's in this right here. I knew I left it out here for a reason. You see any basketball ones in there? Probably not. Probably going to be in the other bin. What do you know? Back to this bin right here. See if I can find a basketball one. There it is, right there. Should look before I went back to the other one. These are going for $12 plus shipping. And there was quite a few of those. And these are all, I think these are all money ones. Well, there you go. Whatever basketball team you want to beat, I don't know. $12 plus shipping. All right, y'all, Turner's got some Commonwealth comedy. What do you got, bud?
Why does Scrooge love Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Why?
Because every buck is dear to him.
Very good, buddy. Thank you. And I sold some stockings that I got down in Florida. The gentleman I bought them from, I bought a bunch of stuff, but I didn't buy a bunch of stuff. I bought some stuff, and he was giving me stuff. It was incredibly generous of you out there. So thank you for that. And this was a little tub of Plush. I told him I'd give him 20 bucks for it, and he said, nope, take the whole bin for free. I'm like, really? At least he didn't give it to Dave. So these 3 stockings right here, somebody sent me an offer for 20 bucks on them, and I'm like, there's no way. These are going to sell pretty quick. And I considered it because I got them for free. I'm like, well, maybe I should pass that on. But I didn't. I'm an awful person. And then they sold the next day for $30 plus shipping on those stockings. Sylvester and Bugs. Is that it? I swear there was a third one. Oh, Tweety. There you go. 30 bucks plus shipping. It was a long trip down to Florida after all. I had to get all that gas money back. Plus, I was hanging out with Dave, and whenever you hang out with Dave, you just somehow magically spend a whole bunch of money. Have this next sale written down as a dibdit.com sale because I sell some ET stuff over there, but I looked at it and I'm like, this isn't listed over there, and it was an eBay sale. And it is the flower earring. Look at that, right on top. I love that when that happens, but it's faced the other direction, so I can't get it out. And these go for $5.99 plus shipping. And we do have that, by the way. It should still be out there. We put every single one, well, I don't know if it is or not by the time you see this, but every single one of these are 16 different styles of the pins and earrings and necklaces, and we put them all together on dibdit.com for 50 bucks plus shipping, and on eBay for $50 plus shipping, because a lot of people asked to buy them all at once, so we figured we'd try it and see what happens. And this one went to a viewer. And it went to Misty. I love watching you on YouTube. My brother passed away, and this was his favorite movie. I hope you have a wonderful holiday, Ohio hippie. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and I'm sorry for your loss. I'll tell you what, since I wasn't generous on this one right here, I'm going to do something here. I'm going to put this in there. And Rod made these. We usually save them for picking and punch, or for picking. Rod is picking and punching. We usually save them for whatnot. But he made these. I think Jess B. Crafton made them and gave them to me as a gift. And it's got the Enderman, of course, as E.T. And it's got me as Elliot. And so I'm going to slide that right there and send that off to you too. So thank you, and sorry again for your loss. I saw Reagan's got a couple people to thank for buying ornaments from her. What do you got?
Christine and Michael.
Christine and Michael bought some ornaments, and Timothy bought your artwork.
Thank you.
And made a donation to St. Jude in the process, right there on eBay. So thank you very much. And Reagan's got money for this. I'm not going to make any money on this one. But you are, which is cool. And so is St. Jude. So thank you, baby.
Bye. And don't forget to get your sticker at commonwealthpicker.com.
And I just saw Timothy left a message. So Reagan package those up. I'm going to put them in a box. Excited to win these items and help such a great cause. I watch your channels almost daily. We'll be adding these to our tree and find a nice spot to hang the picture. P.S. Really hope Reagan can sign the items. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. Thank you, Timothy. We appreciate it. And I think this one was a St. Jude one, so we appreciate it. And Reagan did sign those for you. Hey, y'all, don't forget to leave a hashtag give an eBay gift card for Christmas. And don't forget, pick up those gift cards and hand them out. If it's not costing you any extra money, if you're just not buying these, you're going to buy these instead. I know I've picked up 2 to give away so far personally to some folks that I would typically give something to. I've decided I'm going to give some to the folks at the post office as well. I'm sure some of them hate eBay sellers who bring in just mountains of stuff this time of year, but hey, who wouldn't like to spend a free 25 bucks? So go ahead and do that if you don't mind. For the rest of us out there, we can get some new eBay sellers, or buyers, I guess, for all of us sellers out there. It should help. Don't forget, leave your comments below about some winter sourcing ideas if you're willing to share those. We appreciate you stopping by as always, and I can't wait to see you next time.
Well, if I'm in Virginia just to go and run the trails, found myself missing you more times than I can count. Rolling on just like a stone, nobody could tell me where the boundaries in my life stop and I could be free. Nobody could tell me. Some fancy bars while living in cars ain't nothing too complex. Everywhere that you go's a little further to the next, but you keep on rolling, just like the breeze. Sit up and down the coast, you know that nothing stays the same. If you keep looking at the past, then you'll never change. Here tomorrow, gone the next, just letting life pass by. You keep telling yourself you're only here for the ride.